Welcome, and I'm going to be talking about functions today. So let's go over the idea of a function. If you remember, maybe in like fourth or fifth grade, we used to do those problems where you'd say, all right, I've got the number 4 and I put it inside of a black box and out pops 8. What happened to it in the middle? And in the middle, either you multiplied it by 2 or you added 4 to it. Functions are that black box in the middle. They're going to do something and then pump something out or change some data or check some data. So let me show you how you'll write these black boxes. So a function will just be wrote function, then you'll give the name of it, just like a variable. Remember we wrote var or let or const and then the name of something. So in this case, we're going to say add 2 because what this function is going to do is it's going to add 2 to anything that gets put inside of it. And we're going to put these things. They're called invocations. So right here is this is what it could accept some arguments and what's going to execute it. So when you see those in the line written as a statement, you know it's being executed. In this case, we're going to have to drop a number down inside of it. And let's not use the word number because that sounds like something that would be used inside of JavaScript. So I'm going to use um, a different name. Maybe my number that can't be confused. And we're just going to console log it in the end. But right now, my number, we didn't actually add anything to it. I'm going to show you how you have to actually first pull in the number. The way you want to think about it is something's being dropped in here. So this is going into the black box. And then we want to console log it out. So maybe we want to say my number, and then we're going to use our addition assignment operator, and we're going to add 2 to it, right? So hopefully when we console log this, if we run it, my number will have 2 added to it. The problem is it looks like nothing's happening. The thing is, this guy, what is my number? There's nothing in there. I don't know what number should pop out. And the computer doesn't know either. So if we say down here, assume this is just like a dictionary definition. Unless you use the word from the dictionary, no one ever knows you wanted to say it. So we have to actually use the word from our pseudo dictionary. So we're going to say add 2 to some number. Let's put a 4 in there. So now the way it works is this 4 gets put in here. So my number is the pseudonym, it's the alias for 4. So anywhere that you see this number, my number, it's really just 4. So we're going to say, hey, my number, so 4 dropped in here. So it dropped a 4 in, it dropped a 4 in. Then we're going to take 4 and we're going to add 2 to it. Then we're going to log that updated my number. So let's see what that is. You can see it's 6. So that's exactly what we wanted. We had 4 and we added 2 to it. Now that's the old way of writing a function, but we're going to do it one more time. So this time we're going to say function, and we're going to say, we're going to call it say hello. And if you've noticed something, every time I either write a function or I write a variable, notice how I write it in what's called camel case. The first one is going to be lowercase, and then I'm going to uppercase the next one. It just helps with readability and is the normal way that things are written. So in this case, say hello. And it's going to take in my name because I've been using that a lot. And for this version, sorry, let me take a quick step back. I'm writing in the old version for you. So we're going to say let, and we're going to say the name of it, say hello. So the way you remembered a variable being written, and it's going to be assigned to a function. So this right here is a function. Something gets dropped in, and then you do something with it, and you'll put inside here what you'll do with it. So we're gonna return it down so it looks just like this guy, because this is an execution block. So right inside here, we're gonna do something to whatever gets dropped inside here, and we define it just like we did a variable. So inside here, I'm just gonna put in my name. So inside here, I'm going to console.log my name plus, and I'm going to say, actually, I'm going to say hello and then my name. Hello, comma. I'm going to show you what happens when you don't do that. So now we need to, just like we did above, I'm going to comment this guy out just so there's no accidental running. So down below here, we're going to say hello. and we're going to pass in my name. So it should say, hopefully, when we pass in to say hello, so it's going to say, oh, go and find something that was called say hello. Go find a box in the garage called say hello. Oh, I found it. Inside that box, there's this function. And that function is saying, hey, so here's the function. It's saying, I'm expecting something to be passed into me. Something goes into this black box. And once something goes in, I'll take that thing and I'll add it to hello. So hopefully out here, when we call it right here, we get hello, Matt. So let's run that. Hello, Matt. Well, that is what I wanted, but notice how there's no spaces? Computer had no idea I wanted a space or a comma or anything. So if I add a space there, and then let's say after here, I also add a exclamation point. When I run that, hello, Matt, and it all works fine. So that's your introduction to functions. My advice, completely ignore that these guys exist unless you need to look up some older code that exists and you need to know what they're saying. Only use this guy. So you're going to say, just like a function, let a box hold. This guy's our holder, right? We're going to put inside of it a function. And that function is written. So let's say let function be assigned. You do parentheses, then you'll do the arrow, and then you'll put up your brackets. This is a function that says this is what will go into it. Arguments is what they're called, will go into these parentheses. And then inside here is what we will do once this thing called funfunc is ever called. So that's your overview on functions. We're going to go over a lot more programming as we go along. So I'll see you there. Bye.